Once upon a time, in the great city of London, there were two black ravens called Tick and Tock. They lived in the Tower of London. They looked after the Queen's crown jewels. Their best friend is Jack, the Raven Master. He provides Tick and Tock with food and makes sure that they are safe. They like the tower and Jack, but they were very eager to explore more of London. Maybe a little bit too eager. One lovely sunny morning, Tick and Tock set off on an astonishing adventure that nobody has ever been on. They spotted a man standing high up in the sky, looking over the city. "Let's find out who he is," said Tick. The man told them that his name was Nelson's and that he had travelled the 7 seas, but now enjoys the view from his column. Tick and Tock were listening to Nelson's historic stories and were gazing at London from above. Tock suddenly screamed, "Lions!" Tick and Tock were so frightened that they flattered off while shouting, "Bye, Nelson!" "What is this big wheel in the middle of the city?" asked Tock. "Let's explore it more." They both jumped on top of one of the pods and started spinning around. The wind picked up and the wheel whizzed round and round and got so fast that Tick and Tock got flung off. They did feel a little dizzy from all the spinning and decided to take a rest at the riverside. "What's that?" said Tock. "That noise came from this big tower across the river. Let's fly over and explore it more." Tick and Tock flew across the River Thames and settled down on the hour hand of Big Ben. The hour hand was moving slightly. "That's fun!" shouted Tock and started jumping up and down to make the hand move quicker. It worked! The hour hand was moving much quicker, and Tick started jumping as well. Tick, then Tock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Suddenly, the Big Ben bells started ringing again. "3 o'clock!" shouted the kids at school. "Time to go home." Yes, another long day at school, but this last hour seemed to be very short. The kids rushed into the schoolyard, but a lot of the parents and carers were not yet there to pick them up. From everywhere, parents came rushing to school, surprised that Big Ben had already rang 3 times. Nobody realized that Tick and Tock had made the clock go quicker. The real time was 10 minutes past 2, but Tick-Tock time was already 3 o'clock. Tick and Tock enjoyed their time on Big Ben and kept on bouncing up and down. The hour hand kept on moving until... What? 4 o'clock already? The children had just arrived at home, but now the parents told them to hurry up because their swimming, tennis or ballet lessons were about to start. They were already late. The kids grabbed their rackets, goggles and ballet shoes and rushed out of their houses. Just minutes into their lessons, Big Ben rang again. Bing, 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 bing. 5 o'clock! The children swam extra quick to finish their lane, twirled like crazy in the ballet studio, and hit the ball as fast as they could on the tennis courts. The lessons were already over and they had to go home. While the kids were going home, the two birds kept on bouncing. 6 o'clock! Time to go home from work. After they heard Big Ben, people in offices started to pack up their bags and rushed to their nearest tube station. This afternoon went by really quick. It felt as they had just had lunch. Time to go home and see the rest of the family. Hurry up, train! Just when they entered their houses, Big Ben struck again. Bing, 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 bing. 7 o'clock! Time for dinner already? Most people did not even feel hungry yet. Dinner was quickly prepared and tables were set in a hurry. This day is just flying by. But the two birds did not fly yet. They were still bouncing. Everybody was sitting at the dinner table, enjoying their food and discussing how everybody had rushed through the day when the bells rang again. 8 o'clock! Okay, children, quickly, finish your dinner. Time to go to bed. No time for dessert, unfortunately. Kids all over London struggled to fall asleep this evening as it was still very bright outside, and it didn't even feel that late. Nobody realised that it was only 3 o'clock in real time and that Tick and Tock put the clock forward by 5 hours. And now everyone thought it was 8 o'clock in the evening. Tick and Tock got tired of all of the bouncing on the clock and decided to stop this. They flew back to the Tower of London to see their friend Jack, the Raven Master. To their surprise, the Raven Master was already waiting for them with their dinner. The next morning felt strange. Big Ben was ringing 7 times and woke up London. But it did not feel like morning. It was still very dark outside. Kids had to go to school using flashlights, and they had to wear eye masks at night because it was too bright. Tick and Tock were also irritated that they had to get up when it was dark outside. They asked the Raven Master what was happening, and he told them that something happened to the time. Tick and Tock then told him that they were bouncing on Big Ben a couple of days ago, and they were wondering if this had something to do with it. The Raven Master suddenly began to laugh. It was you, Tick and Tock, who made time fly. The Raven Master decided to correct the time again. At night, he walked up to Big Ben, climbed up the clock, and put the hour handle 5 hours back. Now everything was back to normal again in London. But everybody remembers these days in London when time was flying.